Hi everyone, this is the This Grand Life Alpha 2.2 update video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about endgame statistics, Steam achievements, and some expensive items that you can buy, as well as a few other little bits and pieces. Okay, so first thing is endgame statistics. When you finish a game now, so usually you finish at the end of the week, a little thing will pop up that says, you won the game, etc., etc. And I'll show you what's new in that section now. Right, so I've just finished the game, I've just won the game, the end, you've completed all your life goals, etc. And so now on this end of life screen, you can see there's a new View Game Statistics button. So you click on that, and a window pops up, and you can see some interesting things that I guess that you've done throughout your playthrough. So for example, rent paid, how much salary you've earned, the number of actions you've performed, and clothing changes, and times you've switched jobs, and etc. So if you haven't done an action, then it won't appear here. This was just a small test game I did, so that's why there aren't many things here. But for example, if you started, or if you completed a collection, or if you bought some shares, you would see some additional game statistics here as well. Alright, so that's just a little thing to make the end game a bit less anticlimactic, especially if you've been playing for a really long time, like you're doing the $1 million challenge or something like that. So that ties in with the Steam achievements as well. So if you're playing the Steam version of this Grand Life, then you should be able to start completing them with this update. Okay, the next thing on the list is expensive items. So first, at the appliances store, you can now buy a gigantic television, and you can see the price here is 7,600, which is a lot more than the normal television at about almost 500. But a gigantic television lets you watch a huge TV at home, which recovers your fun much faster than the small television. But the thing is, I wouldn't recommend buying this if you live in poor housing, because people can steal it, and you don't want people to, like, it would be pretty devastating if you lost a $7,000 TV because you didn't live in the expensive housing and you bought a gigantic television. Yeah, so only buy expensive things if you live in expensive housing. Okay, at the shopping mall, we also have the Tread Runner Max, which is like the high-end version of the gym equipment. And you also have an interesting one here, the mineral detector. Now, the mineral detector, down there it says, use at the park or exchange, breaks easily and stealable. The warranty is only 1 week, so that means it can break any time after the first week after you bought it. Okay, and now the reason is I've done this is because, let's buy one. If we go to the exchange now, what you can do is, there's a new option, search for treasure, and this gives you about almost $200, takes 10 hours, and gives you 2.8 fun and 0.1 health. So what you can do is search for treasure to increase your fun, and then maybe go to work afterwards nearby, and then come back and search for treasure to recover your fun after working. And so it's kind of it's a pretty interesting thing, I think, a pretty interesting item, although I know it's not very realistic, but it's kind of a demonstration of the kind of mechanics that are possible in the game, for eventually when I add workshop support and modders can go crazy with whatever they want. Okay, so there's that. Alright, a few additional little things. If now when you click on your account balance here, I've rearranged the upcoming payables and receivables section, and now the receivables and payables will show up to a year of what's coming up. So if you have lots of term deposits, then you can see the exact week that they're going to be coming due, which is good for people who like to use the term deposits to pay their taxes at the very last minute, which quite a few people seem to be doing, which is, I guess, the clever way to do it. But anything over a year will still be lumped into a big number, and under due over 52 weeks, because I can't put infinite number of things here. Okay, that's one. And another little thing that might be of interest is now when you start a business and you hire employees, you can rename them. So let's hire Kiran Byrne, for example. Now when you click on the R button, you can call them whatever you want. So let's call Kieran whatever you want. Right, and then the name changes, and now wherever that person appears, that's their new name now. And this is permanent, so you can't go back to their original name, unless of course you know what their name was and you can change it back. But other than that, whatever you want will now show up at the auction house, participating in auctions, and all those kinds of things. So I guess that's another thing. If you like renaming people, then start a business. Okay, that's all I'll talk about for this update. Next update, next thing is hopefully I will be releasing Amsterdam. I've had to delay it because of the unexpected or unforeseen circumstances with Steam achievements. So I'll work on that, and I'll see what else I can fit in for next time. Besides that, thank you for watching.